No skeleton jersey today. All my skeleton jerseys are wet and soggy and rolled up on the back of the truck floor. So no skeleton jersey today, changing that up, and gonna ride up to a trail called Joplin. And I think this is gonna be the highest peak or the highest trail south of Los Angeles. A little north of Los Angeles, you got the Mount Wilson stuff, and that stuff gets up quite a bit higher, I think. But this one's the highest south of Los Angeles. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. But should be 5,000 feet of climbing or so. We're starting from this place called Cook's Corner, which is typically where you ride the Luge trail from in Orange County. But we're gonna start from there and ride up kind of around it and way up higher, up like 5,000 foot or so of climbing pretty much. And then we got a bombing descent. So I've never been down this one. I've kind of climbed up the descent like halfway up, maybe a little bit more than that, and ridden down. So I have an idea what's coming on the lower part of it, but at the very top part, I'm totally clueless, totally in the blind, other than what I've seen on some YouTube videos. So otherwise, it's going to be 2 hours up of climbing or more. Quite a long climb. And well, I want to say I'm looking forward to it, but truth be told, I am not looking forward to it. So anyways, I'm gonna kick it and get started on this climb with my good friend Pete I've been riding with here in Southern California. And you know, there's Pete back there, getting ready. All right guys, see you on the trail.
Real quick, let me show you the route we took to hit Joplin. Now, we started down here at Cook's Corner, which is a real popular trailhead in the area for all cyclists, road bikers, and mountain bikers. And it's also a bar or restaurant type of place where the Harley riders kind of gather. I don't know exactly what goes on there. I've never ate lunch there. Might be a good lunch spot, but I'm not really sure. Anyhow, there's typically a parking lot that's kind of right behind it where you can see where my cursor is here. I parked at this spot during the week when I was out here to do some riding and running, but on the weekend it was closed, so apparently there's varying days that this lot is open. So if that's closed, just park right here on this little street up and down here. That's where we parked here, and that's where you'll see the introduction video. That's where the introduction video was shot at, right here. So we started, rolled out of here, left from Cook's Corner, and then we started climbing. So through here it's pretty much all pavement road, and that is until you get to right here. That's where you hit the Harding truck trail. It's closed off to trucks, so it'll only be bikes or pedestrians, foot traffic, and hikers going up there. It's a pretty loose gravel road. It's hard packed in some areas, but for the most part it's going to be loose, and you're going to be climbing. You're going to be putting in a lot of effort. So you climb all the way up to here, which is the Four Corners area. And this is the junction where kind of all the fire roads and trails in the area come together. So there'll be some cars up there, and you can easily get a car up there. There were Priuses and other small cars when we got up there. You could take a car up here, I guess, and shuttle it. And there were some cars, you know, kind of light-duty 4x4 trucks that would even go up higher. So from the Four Corner area, you, again, keep taking the fire road up about another 500 or 600 feet to right here, and then you've got a little descent into where you catch the Joplin trail. Now, if you kept going by it, you could keep climbing and climb up about another 800 feet to the Santiago peak, but we didn't do that. We turned here and caught Joplin and followed it down. Now, the actual trail follows this red line. I'm not sure why the trail highlight is not following the red line, but it was pretty easy to just stay on the main trail through here. This person must have known about some kind of secret little trail or been trying to do something when they were doing it. So you come down, and then right about here you hit Old Camp, which is basically this kind of oak hammock area high up in the mountains where people used to camp. There's nothing to see there, even though it has a name like Old Camp where you think you might see something. There's nothing really happening there, just some oak trees. And then you kind of get in there, you climb up a little bit and catch the Santiago truck trail, and you start descending. It's a fast descent down that Santiago truck trail. It's not narrow enough to be single track, but it's also not wide enough to be true truck trail. Maybe back in the day it was, but that day ain't today. So you bomb down that, and then you catch the Luge, and this is a fun flowing kind of jump trail. It's got a lot of berms, it's got a few jumps that you take down the ridge line here, and that ultimately spits you back out at a road, and you coast down the road to the beginning at Cook's Corner. All in all, this ride gets you about 25 miles and 5,000 feet of climbing. So let's get to the trail.
Welcome to the Cleveland National Forest and the Harding Truck Trail. From here, it's climbing and grinding up this gravel fire road for miles until we catch Joplin. We're just getting started. We still got a long way to go. All right, still climbing. Let me show you guys what's up here. Right up to this edge. You can see everything. So we came from way down on the bottom, which is kind of flat. And if you look way out there, you can see a line. That's the coastline. Let me get the camera down lower there. You guys are probably getting my chin in this view. But yeah, it's kind of cool looking at the trail coming up, because you look back and you're like, holy shit, I climbed up that. We've done some work here. But yeah, done some work, and we still got a little bit more work to do. Probably a lot more work to do. Peeps, almost at the top. We're at this junction called Four Corners. That's where all the kind of roads, you can see it, roads in the area, fire roads, not real roads, come together. So we made it up here, and I think we got about another 500 feet of climbing to go or so until we kind of reach that area that I'm going to try to point to, which is right around there. From my view, I can see antennas, but it doesn't look like on the camera any antennas can be seen. And I'd be bullshitting if I said this climb wasn't brutal. It's pretty freaking brutal. And unlike kind of being in like Colorado or in the mountains or something where you have cooler air, up here it is freaking hot. Just kind of pure desert sun beating down on you. And at this little junction where we stopped to chill and eat, there's no shade. No shade. I'd be dying for some shade right now. Anyways, gonna kick it and keep making it up the climb and hit the camera for the epic descent down Joplin. There's the area we're gonna be descending, and right there to the left, going kind of dropping off the fire road to the right, is Joplin. And I'm pretty pumped about it. A little bit kind of nervous because it's steep down there. I know the GoPro ain't making it look so steep, but it's freaking steep, steep all the way down. And on top of that, after this climb up here, it's like I'm all hungry, I'm tired, a little famished, so my legs are kind of weak. So it's gonna be like, just hang on at 50–60% and not really go full Sendero. So anyways, this is Joplin. We're about to jump down it. You ready, Pete?
Let's do it.
Camera rolling. This is Joplin. Feels nice to hit some downhill single track after that climb up here. Just climbing for a couple hours. I think we hit 16 miles on the climb. Whew, I'm in too low of a gear. I'm going to give it a little pedal. And it was like nothing there. That was a tight corner. The dirt is great. A little dust, not much. Whew, tight switchback. And I'm still not clipped in. Not the kind of place you want to be not in riding position on. All right, my foot's in now. Tight. It's very loose. I'm being very careful not to grab much, if any, front brake. If you grab too much front brake, it's gonna wash out. If For those of you guys that don't ride a lot, you might be watching this thinking, well, why'd you grab any front brake? Sometimes when you're cornering, you'll grab some front brake because it kind of gives the front wheel a little bit of traction. So it'll help your front wheel kind of stay in place on the corner. Not on these types of corners, you wouldn't do it, but other types of corners. Out here, it's just way too loose. Up higher, the dirt was a little bit tackier, but down here, it's getting a little soft and loose. Rock garden. Whew. That was pretty tough. Pete's rocking a new bike, and he made it through there nicely. So I'm sure he's glad about that. Well, my bike, I don't like getting any scratch on it. This is cool. This feels like we're up on the north side of LA almost. Some rock rolls here. I think on that last one, I damn near hit my head on the tree. And I kind of came up and over and jumped it a little bit. Raise the dropper for a little climb. This is a burner. Ooh, in the rut or out of the rut? Not sure where I want to be here. Seems like a common problem for me. If you've watched any of my videos, I always say that when I get up to ruts. In the rut, out of the rut, I don't know. By the time I think about it, I've done one or the other. Thank you guys. Have a good hike. Water crossing. This water right now looks good. Dropper. Thanks. There we go, we can go a little bit faster here. Or I can. I'm sure many people out there go a lot faster than me around here. Drop that saddle a couple inches. Back into a rut in a nasty corner. And this is chunky AF. And loose, so it's like you're just kind of sliding around on top of these rocks. I'm going to the right. Ew. I'm unclipped and can't stand up. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, guys. After heading out of old camp there, we're hitting this area, which is kind of like overgrown fire road, which we're gonna descend. I say overgrown because it's a fire road technically, but it's a little bit narrower than anything you'd want to take a vehicle up. And at the same time, it's not narrow enough to be single track. And it's just a fast, ripping descent here. I've actually climbed up this area before and descended it a year or so ago. It's a pretty good XC ride if that's what you're looking for. And the official name of this trail is Santiago Truck Trail. So originally, it was for trucks, but I'd say there's been no truck up here in a few decades. Whew, a little sketchy there. So for those of you guys that don't know me in person, I'm actually a business owner. I've owned local businesses for the last 10 years. And last night I was on Facebook kind of browsing through the groups for home service businesses like plumbers, electricians, etc. Those are the types of businesses I own. And somebody had a thread in there that was pretty interesting, and they're like, when are we gonna get, as business owners, a chance to review our consumers? So if you're a business owner, you probably know what I'm talking about. But consumers, or anybody, people that don't even hire your business or anything, can log on and leave a bad review, and that can be very impactful. And it's kind of a slap in the face, I'll say, when you're kind of working hard to make people happy. Now, obviously, some businesses do earn bad reviews, but it's not uncommon to get people leaving a bad review on the wrong business or something like that. And kind of the topic was just, hey, when is somebody going to make a Google reviews for the consumer? And, you know, good or bad, I mean, I think it would be okay, but at a certain size in business, you get too large to really worry about that, you know? Like, if you're a large business, what are you gonna do? Screen everybody that comes through? You really can't physically do that. And some platforms, you know, kind of already have that built in. Like Uber has it, where, you know, the passengers get a rating, and you can see it on there. If you use digital outsourcing platforms like Upwork, you as a user get a rating on there, and if you get a bad rating, or countless bad ratings, nobody is gonna work with you. Just random thoughts. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, I got a little bit of a climb here to do. Brought the fun to an end real quick there. Woo, fast and choppy here. Using every inch of my stumpy suspension. hikers. All right, dropping into the luge. Now this route can be done without such a big long climb. I actually ran it a few days ago. My friends Pete and Brooke, Pete that I'm riding with here, kind of set me up on the mission of doing a sub 1 hour. That's what all the local fast motherfuckers try to do. Less than 1 hour on the luge. They set me off on that, so I took a crack at it, and I ran up here and down this in less than 1 hour. This is just an awesome run. If you're local here, to just kind of drop in and do this in the evening, and depending on your legs, you can get up here and down. I mean, fast time would probably be about 45 minutes. Not so fast, well, I don't know. But yeah, my running time on this was 1 hour on this loop, so I was happy about that. It wasn't 1 hour, it was less. It was 58 minutes and 30 seconds, I think, right on the dot. And that put me number 3 on the Strava leaderboard. Got me a cup. And maybe I should shut the fuck up and keep riding. I need to be careful. Pete, man, feel free to go Sendero. Pete dropped some pretty fast times down this run, like 2 minutes. Whew. This chop after today's ride is pretty jolting. It's not like just coming down here on a fresh ride up and fresh ride down. You know, I think the whole loop of just doing luge only is like 8 miles, or it's 7.3 miles and 1,370 feet. I should know that. And right there in that little kind of little rock, big rock, I don't know, but rock where you kind of got to jump off of it. I was in a totally bad place. I had my hands on the brakes. I should have let go. Woo! Yeah. I figured the best line over those rocks was just to get over them and jump them. A little sketchy, but felt good. Sendero! Whew. Right here towards the end of the luge, we got a little bit of a hike up. And then catch a little flowy kind of section with some little kickers in it. And that'll spit us out on a road that'll take us back to the car. And I am looking forward to getting back and getting some water. Woo! So that was the run down Joplin, or well, up to Joplin, then down Joplin, down the luge, and back to the car. It was a fucking long one. It was tiring. My ass is kicked. Looking forward to getting some food here. Got a cold one. Not my beverage of choice. I prefer straight vodka, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? So yeah, I definitely want to do this one again. Maybe try to do it a little bit faster before I leave California. I say that like I'm leaving tomorrow. I still got like another 2, 3, 4 weeks whenever I want to go home. So I have plenty of time. Definitely want to try it again. And if you have climbing legs and you're south of Los Angeles, it's one hell of a route and something you must do.